It's virgin. Yo, if I'm not doing it right, there's no better way. You wait till you die.
You can buy this bone in or boneless. I prefer the bone in, but you also want to be careful because as you saw there, I almost cut myself. Okay? Of water. I'm getting warm on the stove because what I'm going to do is boiling most of the salt out of the sausage because you know with hypertension these days you don't want to be having too much salt. Okay. You can either put it in whole like that, which I will, or if you want smaller pieces you can put it in. But because I'm going to take the pieces apart in the end, I'm going to go ahead and just put them in at once. You also want to clean up your area from the salt and whatnot that we just discarded off of the saltfish. Sorry, just rinse my hands. Okay, so that's going to go ahead and boil. Once it's done boiling, I'm going to discard the water, and then I'm going to add new water to my pot. I'm going to boil it by adding a little bit of sugar, just to neutralize some of the salty taste, and then I'm going to discard that water. Once I've done that, I'll come back and show you guys the rest of the process. Okay, so we're on the final lap of boiling the saltfish or the baccallo. And the yellow things that you see floating inside of the pot is called the ackee. Okay? You can either buy ackee in a can, or like I have, this ackee was actually transported from Jamaica. My dad actually came from the islands and brought it up for me. Okay. When you first get it, it's actually firm. But what you want to do is you want to boil it until it becomes tender. You don't want to boil it to the point where it mushes out. You just want to boil it until it becomes tender. But do not underboil it, because the thing with ackee is it's one of those good to eat but dangerous to eat. If you do not boil the ackee properly, you can get sick. So because I'm on the final lap of boiling my codfish, there's a little bit of, like a tiny bit of sugar in here. And I just decided to throw my ackee. You can boil your ackee separately, but I decided to throw my ackee in here just so that it can just gain some of the flavor from the fish. Okay? So just to show you, give you an idea what the fish looks like. This is the fish. So as you can see, before we boiled the fish, it was kind of hard, you know. Right now it's kind of like easy to pull out. Absolutely, positively not going to use any salt in this fish because it's unneeded. So we're just going to go ahead and let that boil. Also, when you're taking the ackee out of this, you want to use a strainer, or if you don't have a strainer available, you can go ahead and use like a pasta, you know, like a pasta thing, a thing to strain your pasta out in. Okay? Alright. Okay. So as you can see, hopefully you can see, sure that you have your sink stopper in because of what I'm going to do next. I'm going to take the backing off. You can either use a fork or your hand because the saltfish is, I'm just used to doing it like that. At this point, if you see any, like, you know, big superficial bones, if you're going to feed this to children, you want to go ahead and take it out. I take out as many of the bones as I can visually, but I like bones, so. Just some of these bones can be dangerous because they are sharp and long. Okay. So at this point, as you're doing this, what's happening is you're kind of taking, so some people eat like these sections and whatnot. I don't. You can. Some people just actually pick it apart and leave all the skin and everything on, but I don't like the skin. I don't like to be feeling the skin and whatnot on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning this up, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys what are the ingredients I'm going to be adding to this. Okay. So I just want to show you, after I have taken all the excess backing off of the, let me just get this little, yeah, I'm almost anal. We're getting all of it off. After I've taken it out, that big piece that I originally showed you, this is what's left. Okay. So, for about this amount, I'm actually going to use 1 tomato. You can use more, depending on how thick or how much flavoring you like your seasoning to be. I'm actually going to use a tomato, 1 onion, half a bell pepper, and I might add some done. So, actually let me use a small knife. I have a bad habit of doing that, guys. You know, I'm using like the big gigantic knife, but you can cut on a cutting board, but I actually just moved, so for me in cooking, a lot of it is from the heart, you know, it's feel, kind of like southern cooking. Get another one. So as you see, we have like a plate full of tomatoes, bell peppers, and onions. Now, the seasonings that we're going to be adding to this, I'm probably going to add a little garlic powder, black pepper, of course. I use salt-free seasoning because, like I say, you know, I have my little issues. Let me get my oil in my pot, and then I'll come back and show you guys what I do. Okay. So as you see, I'm actually going to do the saltfish in the ackee inside of this deep pot. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just transfer the seasoning, and what you want to do is you want to let it saute. You're going to actually saute the seasoning until it's become like translucent in a sense. But the ackee is almost done, so I'm just going to let that keep boiling there in the back. Add in my saltfish, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys at which point I will be adding in my ackee. And well, not just the onions, the seasoning mixture that I added in for about 2 to 3 minutes. I went ahead and added my saltfish mixture, or my Baccallo mixture. You can add a little bit more oil if you would like. Like, I'm probably going to add a little bit more oil. Guys, I'm from the island, so don't do what I'm about to do. Add some oil from out your bottle. I'm actually going to add some oil from out of my frying pan that I have sitting here. Okay. That was maybe about 2 tablespoons. So this is the ackee. You're just draining most of the liquid off your ackee. So this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to add. Everything smells so good. This smells like a straight up West Indian kitchen now, boy. Okay. You're going to go ahead and incorporate. At this point, you can turn your stove down like a low simmer. Okay. Pull my camera back a bit. So at this point, your ackee and saltfish is almost complete. So I'm going to go ahead and let this simmer, and then I'm going to plate it up for you and show you the final look of our ackee and saltfish. Now, this ackee and saltfish can go with rice as like a dinner entree, or you can pair it with some Johnny cakes or fried dumplings as a breakfast. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys the finalized plate. So those are your 3 Johnny cakes with ackee and saltfish.